Good morning YouTube. So with today's video I'm going to give you 15 Autumn Kings. 15 amazing fragrances for you to smell like a king in 2022. Autumn of 2022. These can actually be used in the wintertime as well. Now this list will comprise mostly of designers. Going to be high quality designers. Only a few cheapies in this list. You're going to have some designer exclusives, like so some luxury line, but also a few niche, just to throw in some niche in there, right? First one, however, was once a cheapie, but it got so much hype, so much love in this community that the price tag went up. It was once like $30, $40, now it's like $80 to like $110. I still think it's worth it for this price tag. Mercedes-Benz Club Black. This gets comparisons to Guerlain Spiritueuse Double Vanille. Absolutely. This has like benzoin, vanilla, it's got like bergamot, jasmine, woods, and other notes. Alright, so what it is, it's a sweet vanillic woody fragrance with a little bit of a balsamic-y feel. This is marketed towards the guys out there. This is clearly a unisex scent. It's a little powdery to make it like that, does add a little bit of femininity to it. I find that like if it's a powdery fragrance, it's not overly masculine. So like your traditionally masculine guys, they might not like fragrances such as that. They wouldn't like this. Not on them, but they might like it on their spouse, their partner, their girlfriend, whatever. All right, this is classy, but it's sexy at the same time. You could dress this one down to dressing it up. Now, I'm like, when I mean dressing it down, at least something like this, all right? Not like a white t-shirt and jeans. No, you're gonna have to have a bit of a sense of style for this to really shine. But suit and tie, even better. If you're a woman, like an evening ball gown, damn, this would smell amazing on you. And longevity off this is no slouch. It's like 9, 10, 11 hours. Fragrance number 2 might be a little bit more on the cheaper side, but it's probably still like anywhere from like $60 to $80. Calvin Klein Euphoria Pure Gold. Now I wanted to originally put Euphoria Gold Amber or Amber Gold in this, but it already made a few other lists that I've already filmed. They just haven't been put out yet. This video is gonna go up first. This is good though. Like for someone who doesn't like oud, me, this does have oud. This has like rose saffron. It's got like other warm spicy notes. It's got, again, oud. I think there's some sandalwood to it. But man, this smells good. It doesn't smell unique. It does smell like, let's say like Trussardi Amber Oud. It also smells like Ferrari Essence Oud. This smells just as good. There is definitely that similarities. Also, I almost forgot. It has vanilla. The vanilla in this is what makes it more wearable for guys like me. So if you're a bitch who doesn't like to wear oud like myself, this is one that you might like. Now, the problem with this is that you're gonna have to blind buy it in order to really smell it, or you might be able to find like a decan or a sample here and there, but this is hard to come by. You can only get it online, all right? And this is a Westerner's take of a Middle Eastern scent. I'm not a big fan of like overly smoky and oudy fragrances, which is known for over there. This is definitely a lot more toned down, more mass appealing, and way more easy to wear. Now, this is marketed towards the guys out there, but because that this is like a rosy saffron oudy fragrance, I think that depending on your culture, you could wear this no problem. So I know that in the Arab world, like ladies like to wear oud. More power to you. I don't know how you do it. That's just a cultural difference itself. But I think that the ladies can wear this no problem. But when it comes to the guys out there, this is like something like this to like a tuxedo. It's a very versatile fragrance, dressing it down to dressing it up. It's very versatile. Signature scent worthy, and longevity off this ranges anywhere from 7 to 9 hours. Fragrance number 3, this one is discontinued and it's gonna cost you a pretty penny, but it had to make the list. It's an amazing beast mode fragrance that is just phenomenal. Guerlain L'Homme Idéal Extrême. Oh, this stuff is just so damn good. So it's got like nuttiness, it's got a fruity accord, some sweetness, some plum, some cinnamon, some heliotrope. The heliotrope does add that powdery touch to it. Some leather, which is not, it's not in your face, but it is like a nice smooth suede, like a leather. And I believe a little bit of woods. This is sweet, fruity, nutty, leathery, woody, powdery, all the above. Phenomenal, phenomenal fragrance that I wish was not discontinued. This is like niche quality. in my opinion. It's Gentleman. You know, whatever they put out is just phenomenal. Not all their fragrances are like for me, but I will admit that they put out quality fragrances, even some that are just not to my nose. This is just fantastic. Very versatile. It's warm, it's cozy, it's sexy, but it's very classy. And this is a banger. So you definitely have to watch your applications. I would say no more than 2 or 3, and longevity is like 10, 11, 12 hours. So let's switch it up and go with a designer privé or like a designer exclusive, all right? Now I used to plug Ferragamo quite a bit, and this is gonna be from their Tuscan Soul line, but let's talk about La Comedia. This stuff has like nutmeg, cinnamon, pimento, which the pimento is front and center. It's got some oud, and no, sorry, not oud, some sandalwood, but also it's got like bergamot or like some sort of citrus. What it is, it's just a very, very spicy fragrance with some woods. It's marketed as a unisex scent, but for me, out here in the West, this is definitely more masculine than anything out there. This is more of a mature fragrance as well. I'm thinking 35 and up. This line does not get any love, any recognition in Ferragamo. I'm pretty much the only guy out there that has pretty much talked about it. There's been a few people out there, but it's got the most attention from me. It's an underrated line. These used to go for like $250 retail, and I think they still go for about maybe like 200 at like Holt Renfrew. You might find them at Neiman Marcus. I believe it's also at Nordstrom's. But you can get this line for and it ranges anywhere from like $80 to like $140 Canadian. I think it's a phenomenal price tag, and this itself very versatile, but it does have a bit of a formality to it. And longevity off this range is anywhere from like, from what I remember, 7 to 8 hours. Fragrance number 5, oh Lord, discontinued, but you can still get it for a little bit of a price tag. But I wish they did not discontinue this, because this is niche quality or designer luxury quality for a pretty good price tag. But this ranges anywhere from like $100 to $120 Canadian. Ralph Lauren Polo Supreme leather, phenomenal. Leather, honey, tonka. It's got like cardamom, nutmeg, cinnamon. What it is, it's a sweet, silky honey with warm spices and leather. It's not a rough and tough leather, but this is a masculine scent that the honey adds a little bit of a playful touch as well. Classy, but sexy. Like this is like adult sexy, classy sexy, not like confidence, you know, like when you wear like a tuxedo, you feel like man, you feel like the man out there. That's the type of sexiness and the type of confidence is what I'm talking about. This is not like you're going out club sexy. No, this is for a gentleman out there. Now, I think that someone in their late 20s can rock it, but it might resonate a little bit more with someone in their late 30s. Very versatile, very signature scent worthy, that unfortunately, yes, it is discontinued. The whole line, which is Cashmere Supreme or Supreme Cashmere. You got the Oud, which isn't bad. Then you got this one here. All 3 fragrances were launched in 2015. This one by far is my favorite, and longevity ranges anywhere from 8 to 10 hours. Fragrance number 6. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a full bottle. I do have a travel spray, because at the time I was just looking for some Givenchy's, and they had some travel sprays, and I ended up getting a few. But this is Givenchy Gentleman Boisé, or Eau de Parfum Boisé. So it does have that typical iris accord. The iris does add that powdery touch, and it does kind of like femme it up a little bit, but it's such a phenomenal, gentleman-like fragrance. But there's also cedar, sandalwood, black pepper, coriander, and cacao. That iris is front and center. Again, if you don't like iris or powdery fragrances, this is one that you're not gonna like. I had to write the name at the side because I was like, I know I got a Givenchy, I just wasn't sure what it is. And I had a decant, so I had to like smell it side by side. It's like, yep, Eau Boisé. But you can wear this dressing down to dressing it up like this, all the way to a tuxedo. Very gentleman-like, and longevity, great, 8 to 10 hours. Fragrance number 7, discontinued, but you might be able to get it here and there. Mugler. Mugler's Pure Heaven. This line, unfortunately, just Now, Terry Mugler, rest in peace. But I wish that they still put out these fragrances and that they didn't discontinue them. When I came into this community like 10 years ago, these were like available, then they would be discontinued, and then the price tag on eBay would go all the way to like $250 to $300. At a time when they were back, you can get this for like $70, $80. I think I got mine for about $110. This one here has tobacco. It's like a cherry-like tobacco. It also has honey, vanilla, amber, cacao, and that typical patchouli. Patchouli, I believe, is in all of the Amen line, but phenomenal. What it is, it's a sweet tobacco, like cherry-like tobacco with some honey and some amber. Phenomenal. Just absolutely phenomenal. I really do hope that the company, and unfortunately it's not Terry Mugler, but I do hope that the company itself, they do come out with more fragrances such as this, but also just in memory of Terry Mugler, just bring back the entire lineup. I think that the entire lineup, if they were to bring it back, it might not sell like a whole hell of a lot in like the real world, but online, you know that a lot of guys are gonna go for a lot of the fragrances here. I have this, I got leather, which Dan Spanos has had it for like the last 2 years. I couldn't go to the States because of COVID, but also there's another one out there that I have that's just phenomenal. But this one here, definitely, you're gonna smell like a king. Fragrance number 8, this is probably the most affordable one in this list, and that is Bentley for Men Absolute. Absolute that this had to make the list, huh? But what this is, it's a so there's oleibana and papyrus, so it's like a resinous, woody, oudy, smoky scent that is pretty much pencil shavings in a bottle. But there is like pepper and ginger in this fragrance as well. Cedar, I think that there's like gaiac wood, oud. It's not overly oudy, but what this fragrance pretty much is, it's a very masculine, resinous, woody upon woody scent with a little bit of ambery undertones and definitely the warm spices. This stuff is beast mode in the bottle. This is like 11, 12 plus hours, very masculine. Beast, like when it comes to the projection, this will do very well in a suit and tie, a tuxedo, something like this, but also a black t-shirt and a leather jacket. Not a white t-shirt, as this will definitely stain it, but a black t-shirt and a leather jacket. This is a gentleman's scent with a bit of a bad boy edge to it. I love this one. Generally, I'm not into the overly heavy fragrances, but this is definitely one that, like, this is a heavy bomb that I love. Fragrance number 9, Valentino Eau Intense. I love this stuff. I love this stuff. I was debating about getting like the original, which is great as well, but what this smells like is DHA, Dior Homme Intense, which that one there was gonna make this video, but I had like the vintage bottle. It wasn't mine, it was actually Rush's. I met up with him yesterday, and I'm like, you know what, no, I'm not gonna add it because this is way too familiar. Both fragrances are fantastic, all right? This is just more affordable though. So it has tonka, iris. The iris adds that powdery touch, leather, some clary sage, and I believe it's either mandarin orange or bergamot. So what it is, leather. It's not like a hardcore in-your-face leather. It's more like a nice smooth suede, a little herbal from the clary sage, and most certainly that iris. So the iris does add that powdery touch. So if you're typically a masculine guy, you're gonna like this one over this one. This is definitely not for you, but for me, this is mature but classy and sexy. Very versatile for your modern day gentleman out there, someone who likes to wear a suit and tie for the most part, and longevity off this ranges anywhere from 8 to 10 hours. Fragrance number 10, unfortunately I don't have a bottle, but I ended up reviewing this one so many years ago when I went to San Francisco to see Lanier Smith, but also Sebastian from Looking, Feeling, Smelling Great, and that is going to be Hugo Boss Velvet and Amber. There's only 3 notes to this one: amber, resins, and vanilla. That's what it is. It's just that. It's just an ambery, smooth, sweet scent that's so seductive. It's a phenomenal fragrance that you can get off perfumeonline.ca right now for about $80 Canadian. I think it's available maybe on Fragrance Net as well, but just look around. It's from the Hugo Boss like collection line. You know, well, no, it is the collection line, but it's like a privé line, like a luxury line. At one time, I think I do have Cotton and Verbena. That one, or just like the entire line, was going for like $200 to $250. But they range anywhere from like $70 all the way to $140. I think like even for $100 to like $125, it's still great bang for your buck, especially for what you're getting, because all of the fragrance, even like the Damask Oud, which I personally hate, smells of quality. But Velvet and Amber is definitely a unisex fragrance. Both genders can wear it, no problem. But it's not for your traditionally masculine guy out there. This is for, again, for your modern day gentleman who has that sense of fashion. It's great for the office, but it's even better for a night out because of that sweetness and that seductiveness. It's a classy sexiness, all right? It's not a club sexy. Gentlemen, if you wear this on a date, that lady is definitely gonna like what she's smelling. And longevity, from what I remember, ranges anywhere from 7 to 9 hours. I believe it was like 7 to 8, but definitely look into it. For fragrance 11 and 12, they're gonna be niche, but they're very affordable, all right? But 11, Mancera's Red Tobacco. For a guy who doesn't like heavy fragrances, this is insane, but I love this one. You just gotta watch your applications, because more than 3, really more than 2, you're an asshole. Because this is like up to 24 hours, like longevity. Projection is just monstrous. So that sillage is just gonna be a killer. So you really do have to watch your applications with this one here. But this has like cinnamon, it's got like saffron, nutmeg, so it's warm, it's got tobacco, absolutely. Incense, amber, vanilla, like 3 or 4 different woods. This fragrance itself has like something like 16 to 18 different notes. What it is, it's a warm, spicy, resinous, a little sweet, heavy on the tobacco, but it's like a dry like tobacco. Did I say warm, spicy? Yes, woody, that's what I meant. Just a beast of a scent. So 2 sprays, you are good to go. Not a unisex fragrance. Not in my opinion whatsoever. This is for your traditionally masculine guys out there. Okay guys? Black t-shirt, leather jacket, all the way to a tuxedo. So if you like beast mode fragrances that are masculine, mature, not for the faint of heart, with beast mode longevity, you can get this for about $120 to $130 Canadian. Look into it. So again, just don't be a dick, don't be an asshole, don't be a prick with more than 3 sprays. Fragrance number 12 is definitely a unisex fragrance, even though it has king in it. So this had to make the list just because of the name. Autumn Kings, this is Oud Save the King from Atkinson's. This has a very powdery orris fruit. It has like a vanillic accord, even though vanilla is not listed. I could swear that it's in there. It's got oud, it's got sandalwood, and Earl Grey tea along with suede. The oud in this is not like your traditional Arabic oud. This is very mass appealing. I don't like oud, but I love this stuff. King, you're thinking that it's gonna be for the guys out there. This is definitely a unisex fragrance, without question. This is classy, but it's also very, very sexy. George Zahara, when I did my video with him, he said that this is pretty much sex in a bottle. I kind of have to agree, but it's a great going out scent, something like this to wear, but also a tuxedo. Ladies, ball and gown, this will smell amazing on you. And longevity is like 11, 12 hours. Fragrance lucky number 13 is going to be more affordable. John Varvatos, the original. So this is just plum, tobacco, tamarind, dates, hay, olibanum, and some woods. Classy, mature. This is a great going out scent, but like an opera. A really nice date, like nothing casual. You know, you can wear it casually, but this just smells refined. The best from John Varvatos, the original from John Varvatos. So like this is their very first fragrance. I love a lot of their offerings. Vintage is phenomenal, but this beats it out just by a smidge. But oh, it's warm, it's deep, it's a little fruity. You get that tobacco, it's a dry tobacco, just oh, phenomenal. Very classy. This is for your everyday gentleman who doesn't want a lot of fragrances in their collection. So if you have like 8 to 10 fragrances, this is something that you need in your arsenal. It's very versatile, super signature scent worthy. It's fall and winter longevity. That's the issue. It's not bad though, with 6 to 8 hours. Fragrance number 14 is probably the most expensive one, and it's not even a niche. This whole line, it's designer, but it's like a designer exclusive, a Privé, is phenomenal, but they are just so expensive even online, but it smells good. If you like coffee, you like cardamom, you like vanilla, this fragrance has all 3 notes. Zenhas Imernagildo, I know I mispronounced it, Imernagildo Zenhas Madras Cardamom. But throw in cedar and vetiver as well to that vanilla, coffee, and cardamom. And yeah, oh, this is sexy but classy. This is for the grown-up out there who likes luxury, who has very expensive taste. If you are a bougie ass dude, this is one that I think that you're gonna like. Is it worth the $250 that I spent for? No. So is it worth $200? Maybe. If you can get it cheaper, the better. But this is work. It's suit and tie. It's going out, not club, but like date, a really nice lounge, a very nice dinner. That cardamom, the cardamom and the coffee itself. Cardamom to me is one of the most sexy and seductive notes there is that you could use in perfumery. Oh my god. In longevity, office is not bad neither. This ranges anywhere from 8 to 10 hours. In fragrance number 15, let's finish off with a designer. It's gonna be a little bit more expensive. Not sure if this is discontinued, but I still think that you can get this at the Hudson's Bay. Maybe Macy's, I'm not sure, but you can get it online. It's just gonna cost you a little bit more money. Viktor & Rolf Spice Bomb. So we have to go with the original. This was a toss-up between this and the Extreme, but you just can't go wrong with this one here. So very, very spicy. Nutmeg, saffron, cinnamon. Oh, the cinnamon is the most prominent note in there. There's leather, tobacco, and pimento. But I don't get a whole lot of pimento. It's there, but that cinnamon just takes over. It's cinnamon, a dry tobacco with a little bit of leather. Phenomenal. Oh my god, phenomenal. Why am I? It's in the air. My god. Oh yeah, this is just fantastic. I do think that a young person would probably like this quite a bit because it does have that sweetness to it. The sweetness does come from like the cardamom, so you're gonna get a little bit of the cardamom there. It's a great going out scent, but I do think that you can wear it to work. Suit and tie, something like this. It is ageless in my opinion, but I do think that because of like this, like the little sweetness from it, it might resonate a little bit more with the younger crowd, but also the bottle. So the entire Spice Bomb lineup is all in the shape of a grenade. So for me, because of the bottle, it just might resonate a little bit more with the younger demo. This scent itself, however, just might resonate with everybody, but just look into it. Longevity is gonna be about 8 to 9 hours. And guys, that's it. That is 15 Autumn Kings for 2022. I'm moving around a little bit more because the chip just ended. I have to reformat it, so if I'm too still, it just stops. So I'm gonna finish the video now. Any reviews that I've done on these fragrances, they will all be down in the description box below. Because that this list was a little bit more expensive, if you wanna see, let's say, designers, but also a cheapie, the cheapie in this corner here and the designer right there. And if you like this very video, leave me one of these. I thank you for your time, take care, and I will see you later. Thanks for watching, everybody.